All right, so boom. Where's KD going? What is it looking like right now? Because there's been a lot of rumors, a lot of noise recently, past couple of days. And it seems like as of right now, the top teams that are currently interested in him that could make a potential move for him would be the Toronto Raptors, the Miami Heat, the Timberwolves. They're saying the Rockets, and they're saying the Spurs are in play for him as well. And I know I've read some articles stating that at some point last season during the trade deadline that there was some interest in Kevin Durant's side and trying to make an attempt to end up on the Boston Celtics. Who knows if that's still relevant today, but I just thought I'd mention it. Other than that, I think just go through the options individually. I still think Houston, out of all the teams, has the best chance of achieving him because I think they can give Phoenix the best package while still maintaining the integrity of their team. What I mean by that is that they can still give up what it could probably take to get KD while being strong and still being able to compete for a championship. A team like San Antonio is a little bit iffy because obviously in a move for Kevin Durant, Phoenix is probably going to be looking to acquire one of Stephon Castle or the second overall pick. But if I'm San Antonio, ideally both is not even an option. Maybe one of them I will consider with throwing along a veteran in there if I can, maybe like Harrison Barnes and some salary filler to make everything make sense. But the Spurs can make a package for him as well. It's more so if that's what they want to do with Victor's timeline. But I think the best fit for him is probably Houston. I know they've said Miami Heat. I don't like that move at all because I think even with them acquiring KD, you're going to have to give up something of a respectable value. And I still think by acquiring him, Miami's not a contender. They're barely a playoff team if they acquire KD. That's just the reality of how I see it. I know the Timberwolves. They said that KD's maybe he's not as interested in ending up in Minnesota because it's not a place he probably looks to live or have his family around. It's just not a enticing area to be in. So I can understand that perspective. But right now, it seems like the ball is in the air with KD. It seems like there's a new story every 5 minutes about where he could end up, and I think Phoenix has to seriously consider if they want to even trade him at this point, because there's one thing you cannot do. You cannot trade him for nothing. If anything, I would make a pivot, uh, make the thought or have a thought of potentially keeping him and trying to move Devin Booker. After seeing what Memphis just got for Desmond Bain in that trade to Orlando, and they got 4 first rounds, what do you think you can get for D Book? Maybe 5. You got to at least try it at this point because if you can't move KD, you already know you can't move Bradley Beal. You might just have to hit a total reset. Try to get Booker out of there. Keep KD, see if you can trade him at the trade deadline or whatever you can do, and try to get as many picks that you can off of Devin Booker and really hit the reset button to say, we're not going to go with this direction anymore. We're going to start back from square one. But it is what it is. I'm interested to see how this is going to play out.